Are you getting offline raided all the time as a solo or small group? Check out these 4 tips to keep your stuff safe and stay in the game. It's easier than you think, but they do make a big difference. Time to drop some knowledge on you with tip number 1. Don't build in an isolated area. Seriously, avoid those super quiet spots where nobody's around. They're like magnets for offline raiders. So, picture this: you build your crib in the middle of nowhere, thinking it's all peaceful and secure. But guess what? You're actually increasing your chances of getting wrecked while you're offline. Especially in the snowy areas, it's like a big neon sign saying, "Loot this base." Raiders see all those resources and think you're a walking treasure chest. Find spots that ain't too isolated, but also ain't too crowded. Look for areas near those fancy monuments or popular hangouts. That way, you'll have some activity going on, scaring off them raiders. It's all about finding that sweet spot, balancing security with a bit of player action. So remember, the quieter the area, the higher the risk of an offline raid. Be smart, pick your base location wisely, and find that sweet spot between peace and player hustle. Alright, moving on to tip number 2, don't be lazy and make some external tool cupboards. Raiders love to go for quick raids, sealing off your base and avoiding counter raiders. Pairing the TCs with a fairly active area, you can avoid getting offlined. Here's a quick way to get some effective TCs build: place 6 squares, delete the foundation, place triangle at both ends, and then place some frames to link them. Boom! You've got yourself some external tool cupboards. Remember, it's all about making it difficult for raiders to seal off your base quickly. So don't be lazy, get those external tool cupboards up and running. Counter raiders are your friends. Alright, tip number 3 is all about not going overboard with massive bases. Keep it smart, keep it strong. Size isn't everything when it comes to base design. Most base designs, like the one you see here in the top right corner, are as strong as they come. Building a smart, compact base that looks formidable can actually work in your favor. When your base appears strong and small, raiders might think twice before attempting to breach it. They'll question whether the potential loot is worth the effort and resources they would need to invest in the raid. Take this design, for example. It may look small, but it's packed with plenty of loot and costly to raid. By incorporating the previous tip of external tool cupboards into your build, your chances of surviving the night skyrocket. Remember, create an impression that the raid isn't worth the risk for potential raiders. It's time for tip number 4. Say no to compound walls around your base. Compound walls may seem like a good idea for defense, but they can actually work against you. However, if you want to keep those pesky door campers at bay, turrets are the way to go. They're a much more effective option. So, instead of relying on compound walls, invest in turrets to protect your base from unwanted door campers. It's a much more efficient and reliable defense strategy. It's all about making yourself an unattractive option for potential raids. Remember, you're no rookie. Build smart, fortify like a boss, and outplay those offliners like a true legend.